Hi everyone, welcome to Borderless Heritage, where cultures collide and connections thrive. I am Nilu from Iran and I will be your host today. We came from different countries and we're studying our Masters in Heritage Studies in Germany, and we have background on architecture and conservation. In the previous episode, we talked about food and spices, and today we're going to talk about urban legends and belief. Urban legends are stories circulating within a community, often with strange or supernatural natural elements. They're presented as true, though usually exaggerated or fabricated. These tales serve as cautionary warnings covering topics like creatures, haunted places, unsolved crimes, and supernatural events. Urban legends captivate and blur fact and fiction, tapping into fears, desires, and cultural beliefs, making them a fascinating part of our heritage. I would love to start with the knocking on the wood legend, which seems one of the mutual legends in many cultures. In Iran, we believe that the negative energy goes away if you knock on the wood. What do you think?
Yeah, we have that in Mexico, and if you are saying something that it might happen and it's a negative thing, they will knock on the wood or they will touch someone and say oh, it's better to touch a donkey's.
What?
I don't know, but I just remember my aunties oh, I knock on the wood or touch a donkey, and they pinch me. What? Maybe just an excuse for my aunties to treat me bad. I know, I'm joking. Aunties, I miss you. But they will do that. They will say wood or donkey meat. Safe.
Actually, we don't have. I don't think we have something similar with this. Never heard about knocking on the wood.
Now in Germany.
No, in Germany.
Back home. Sorry, but I know. I think European legends they have something similar. Germany, right?
They do this instead of clapping, which is very weird. You remember when
I think they
finish
also have something. It's a region.
Yeah, they also had the knock on wood, and I seen them do it on their heads because it's hard as a wood or something like that.
What?
Yeah, it's like wood head. I don't know.
Really?
Yeah, but if they don't find something that is made of wood, they knock on their heads, which is something for me super new. I never seen that before. We also had the knock on the wood, but just same meaning as in Mexico, but we don't have the donkey part.
Yeah, I was going to ask about it actually.
I don't know. Maybe it's just my aunties now.
They wanted to bully you.
Also, we were talking about the eye.
Oh.
Right?
The
Evil eye or something? We call it
Evil
Cheshmo Nazar, I think. Do you have any specific word for it?
What we say is, I don't know if it's the same in Mexico, but what we say is someone can basically curse you with their eyes. So it's the curse of the eye, because they wishing you that something bad happens to you, and with their eyes they're throwing that. But for us, I don't know if it's the same.
This blue one that you mentioned, that is very cute looking, and it's blue with the center. It's recently been brought now into jewelry. It's very popular now in jewelry. But before we have kind of, as Valeria said, against the evil eye, and it's a red. Not necklace, whatever goes in the
Bracelet?
Bracelet for the babies, and it's a seed that is called the eye of the deer, the animal, and they hang it in the bracelet for the baby, so you will see the bracelet that has the seed, and the seed has a stamp with a saint or a virgin or.
Well, I think we're totally different culture. I don't think I heard about this kind of religions, but it reminds me of not religion. It really happened in ancient China. People put a Judah on dead people's eye, and also nose, mouth, ear, and every hole you can find on the body. Okay, Yeah. So I think it can protect the dead body and the spirit from the evil spirit. Yeah. I mean, this part I think is a legend, but actually in the ancient graves they do that.
People covering the mirrors sometimes during funerals. But I don't know if it's a way of respect or
it's supposed to be like a mourning sign that you are not you are not taking too much into account your appearance, because you are thinking about the person that passed away recently. So they cover the mirrors. Yeah,
but it also gives me always this vibe of a ghost is going to come from the mirror. It's always like, why do you have to be so creepy about it?
Do you have something related to genies? Like, we have something like if you by accident dropped some boiled water on the floor, you have to say in the name of God, because there might be a genie on the floor that you might hurt it. So if you say in the name of God, it will gone or forgive you or something like this.
Well, you want the genie to be gone? It's not good that the genie appear and grant you wishes like.
No, we want them to go.
We've been
You want them to come?
I only know the genies by the movie Aladdin, so I thought I was
for us, the genies, they're gonna grant you wishes.
Really? I mean, what? The genes, right? They don't. What about you in Taiwan? No.
I thought we're not having.
I don't think we have. I'm keeping saying this sentence. I don't think we have this. Yeah, the Jennings thing. Like traditionally, no.
Like Jin or elf?
I think about Lord
It's like a
of the
goblin.
Ring. Like a goblin.
Ah, yeah. Maybe
No,
that's a better
those are
word.
bad. Yeah, no.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure we don't talk about this traditionally. Yeah, I mean, I thought this is like kind of from England or something like. Yeah.
Maybe because I was not baptized by the Catholic Church, but most of my mom's family is Catholic. So they used to tell my mom, if you don't baptize your kids, the goblins are going to take them. Which is another combination between Catholicism and urban legends, which is like goblins and gods apparently work together.
Basically, we call goblins in Persian language Jinn. That's maybe because I kind of confused the concept, but something like related to really supernatural stories, that encounters of human with supernatural things, you know. But you don't have this kind of stories?
Actually, yeah.
But for example, there is a situation where you lost something that you were very sure that you put it in one place, and you don't find it, and they were like, oh, the goblins are playing with
Oh, we have this as well. We have it.
Yeah.
We don't think that they are doing to hurt you. It's like they are playing with you, so you just have to be patient and for them to return.
Maybe
Some
give them
offering?
some cookies or something.
Oh my god.
I don't know.
We have cookies for the goblins right now.
No, I'm not sure on that part, but I'm just sure that they are not evil. They are just playing with you, and the things will appear in someone else. I think it's more like a excuse for people for having a mess in their houses and not being able to find their stuff.
But in total, like, goblins for you are good creatures, like positive creatures.
I think in my case it's different, because if they steal babies, they must not be that good.
Actually, in our perspective as well, they can be positive or negative.
They play both sides.
Yeah, they can play both. And people who make witchcrafts or something, they can use the power of them. Like, they can make some friendship with them, and they can use it, something like this. I don't want to talk about it.
You get them scared, like, no, I'm not going in that direction.
Right? We have another thing, like, if you, how do we call, cut your nail at night, something like this.
Yes, I know. Like we have this legend.
Ah.
You cannot cut your nail
Finally.
into at night, because I think is you'll be dead.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very casual.
And I think it's not only for China, Chinese legend, but also for Japan. They have the same region.
Interesting.
No, I think the only one that I can think about is like there's this belief, moles, like these tiny spots that we get in the skin that is not freckles. The word in Spanish is quite similar to moon. For some reason, someone made the association, lunares.
Ah, yeah.
For some reason, someone made the association that if you go out in the full moon, when you're pregnant, your kid is gonna be full of moles. Which I don't know who think about that because, okay, you can go out, but the moon is still there, even if you're inside, even if you're indoors. Apparently, the roof is going to protect you.
I check. So this vision I'm talking about is if you cut your nail at the nighttime, you won't see your parents' last face because you'll pass away before them.
Wow.
Yeah. So kind of like you're going to be dead.
That's
So,
intense.
Yeah. It's cruel.
but
And do you cut your nails?
it's just a story.
Another thing that we have is that you don't open and close scissors like repeatedly because it makes argue between people.
Really?
Yeah.
How you cut them?
I mean like you take a scissor and you just play with it like
Okay, just play it, not with
Yeah.
the purpose of
don't cut people.
I think if you cut people, they're gonna argue.
It's only about
It's
arguing.
very logic. I was thinking about it. Okay, sorry, I get it wrong. No, we don't have that in Mexico, but speaking of sharp objects, we believe that if you put a knife in the ground, like in the soil, stops raining.
What? Have you
It
ever
seems
tried?
like- No. But for example, you're gonna have a party, a barbecue, something outside, and you want that the weather is good. So people will go straight with their knives and go in the soil like, oh, I don't want the rain today. There is no.
And it
scientific-
works?
No, there's no proof of that.
Oh, okay.
Well,
Imagine they got a rain. Oh, they put a knife.
let's
Okay,
go.
I'm going.
Exactly. So you tell us some really historical legends of your culture. Like really
Okay, I'll tell you a really weird one. I think it's only for Chinese culture because actually we belongs to Chinese culture. Do you guys know red envelopes? It's actually an envelope. A red envelope you will get from your mom, aunties, and grandparents, and with money during New Year's time for children or younger. And so when you saw a red envelope on the floor, you shouldn't pick it up because usually this kind of envelope is from this family. They lost a really young daughter, so they put their birthdays or their hair in the red envelope and put it on the floor, hoping if this belongs to a young lady, hoping a young man will pick it up and they can get married as a ghost.
what? Oh my god!
No, and also because back home, $100 that's around €3 back home is red, not so you cannot pick that up as well because it can come from the same reason. So don't pick 100 Taiwanese dollar or a red envelope when you go to Taiwan. I'm not sure about China, but I think the red envelope part is the same. So if you want to marry to a young, maybe handsome ghost,
Oh, we can try maybe.
Arranged marriage.
Arranged marriage.
but the problem is it might take you away with him or she. So probably you don't want to try.
It will take your soul.
Capitalist society already took it.
My soul.
You remind me of it's kind of misogynist belief or kind of saying that we have that when a guy is very in love of a girl, they say, oh, she gave him panty water.
I know she's going to actually
What?
Panty water. So basically like a tea made of a panty that was worn by a girl.
Oh my god.
Which I don't know if it has like a historical connotation and that happened at some point, but nowadays it's just like a saying. Like when you see a guy that is very in love with a girl, it's because of that.
Oh.
Which is like, yeah.
In Mexico we say toloache.
Toluache.
It's
You even have a name.
Yeah, but I think it's actually, I'm not sure if I'm correct, but it's an herb that makes people very stupid. So when you're in love, you're stupid. So they say, like, oh, they give you toloache. They give you this herb. Now you are not very smart, so you are in love.
Do you have these witchcrafting things that you can go to witches to ask them for a curse or something for someone? Like for someone being in love with you, or for you to get better in some situation, or even in the really, really worst, weirdest stories you can hear that some people goes to witches to ask for death of someone else. Something like this.
Yeah.
Do you have something?
Oh yeah.
This is the reason why cemeteries have gates.
Yeah, that's true.
Really?
Yeah, because witchcraft is like a very big thing back home, and they will go and like sneak and try to steal some. Oh, we're getting in very dark places with this.
No, but yeah, they do that. Like in my country, we even have one city that is popular because of that. So they say like, if you want to get, I don't know, that job, or you want to kill that person, go to. It's called Nikinomo. Go to Nikinomo, because all the witches are the
This
witches.
is not advertising, by the
No,
way.
don't go, guys. And then you see, like, I remember once, I don't know if it's true or not, but my mom found like this little like doll in our patio, and she thought that it was probably like the neighbor, because they have like few, they were fighting a lot, and her theory is that the neighbor went to that city to get some witchcraft and to throw it to our house.
Oh my god.
So yeah.
Yes.
Interesting.
Turururu.
Yeah.
Yeah, we also have legends on animals. I don't know
What-
if you have, but we have El Chupacabras. We translate to the goat sucker because it eats goats, like me. And it's supposed to be a legend that becomes very famously just by chance at the same time that we were having a political struggle. But it's not that things are very good now, but there was like a change of power or something like that, and you know, like the media want to distract the stories, and but that time we only have the regular media. It was no social media. I'm talking about the early 90s and last 80s, and they began with this story like El Chupacabras, and it's attacking there and it's attacking like it's supposed to be an animal looking like a vampire.
I think I heard about that. Like I'm watching on YouTube. Like it was really, yeah.
Oh, it's famous.
Who's like interesting with this like South America, North America religions. Like he's telling this kind of stories, and like kind of like want to discover why and how this kind of religion come out. I don't remember the reason.
Yeah, but as soon as the political situation went down, or not, let's don't say it sorted out, but it gets less popular. Then also the story got less popular. But we have more legends with animals, and it's about owls. The birds. The birds, owls, is believed that they are witches. So when people see an owl, they are afraid of it. They try to throw rocks on it, like
But why witches? I'm just talking about talking about like animal legends. We believe. I don't believe, but in our culture we believe like black cat. It means bad luck. So if you saw, especially during the nighttime, if you saw a black cat running in front of you, it means you will have bad luck. But I think in Europe it means good luck, right?
I heard also bad luck.
I heard also bad luck.
Yeah. And they say that, when Halloween is coming, like in some places that they still want to practice some kind of witchcraft, it's like hide your black cats. Because people use it for sacrifices or something.
Oh my god.
Yeah, and they said that there is a higher rate of adopting black cats during like October, which is it's like no.
Oh my god.
But telling about sacrifice. There's a, traditional. I don't really know how to explain. So people believe that black dog's blood can like kind of remove the evil, protect you from the evil thing. So like, especially now it's June, right? The lunar calendar July, that will be August or something around that time. It's the time of the ghost month. Means that all the ghosts come back to the real life world. The ghosts, I don't know, the gate of like underworld and earth open that time. So people will kind of use like black dog blood to write something to protect, as a protection. I'm not really familiar with this kind of like saying, but it do have this kind of things happening back home.
I think I watched it in I'm not pretty sure, but maybe in one of the K-dramas, that blood of horse can push goblins away, something like this.
Okay.
Do you know
I don't
this?
know.
No?
We don't have horse back home.
Oh. But fine.
Good reason though. Good reason.
Oh.
Things that you take for granted, the fact that horses are part of your everyday life, so you don't think other countries don't have horses.
Yeah. Well, what has been the weirdest things that you've heard in this concept, like legends or beliefs in other cultures? Like you've heard from your friends and you were like, oh, strange.
She is winning so far with the blood of the dogs.
Yeah.
Have more.
That's the tip of the iceberg.
No, I think the thing is I'm from like really different culture. Like so far away that you never heard about this kind of thing.
Yeah, probably. I think because in Mexico we make a joke like some dishes are made from dog, and sometimes it doesn't end up being a joke. So
Yeah, you go to a place and the meat tastes rare. You're like,
if the tacos are very cheap,
Oh, I think we have as well something like
they
this.
also have it with horses.
Yeah.
It's
Or
dog meat.
donkeys.
Donkeys. We don't have many donkeys, but yeah. Yeah, for us it's like it can be dog meat or it can be horse meat.
When you go somewhere that is
Is it-
really cheap or it tastes weird.
Cheap?
Because they're everywhere.
Cheap, okay.
It reminded me of Albania. The donkeys everywhere.
oh,
Remember?
yeah, we were
Did you
in
eat
the morning.
donkey?
No, I don't know.
We mostly eat fish.
Okay, that's safer.
Oh my god.
Oh, there's legends about people who become animals. We have Nahuales.
Okay.
It comes from the Mayan culture.
Oh my god.
Maya.
Maya,
I think
yeah.
it comes from the Maya, maybe from the another culture. Sorry, I should have done a little bit more research. I'm from the north part, okay? So I'm not very sure, but I know that how it works is that is people who can transfigure it into an animal to get away with situation. Believe that they might be evil. I don't want to say something that might offend anyone. If there is Nahual saying at home, I'm sorry. I don't know how it works. I just heard the word and the idea of people becoming like a dog, for example, most of the time.
There's a name for this kind of people, right? Like they have like a really strong connection with natures. Is it? I think Or it's from another culture. It's not from Maya.
I only have Nahual. Nahual is the word that we use for this kind of situation. But it's from the south part of Mexico, and I am very, very from the north part, so I'm not very familiar. I just heard the idea of people who can transfigurate. And I know that they were not transfigurate into owls, because owls are witches. Witches are wrong.
Now that you say about Nahual, you remind me of it's kind of like a festival. Ironically, it happens near Halloween in my country. It's called Ahuizotes, which come from the Nahual, meaning ahui, which is water, sote, which means horror. So it's horrors by the water. And what people basically do is like on a Friday night, I believe around October, they basically dress as scary ghosts or like devils, and they're terrifying people using all the legends that we have from ancestral times. And basically what they tend to do is like they use all these legends that I feel like, for example, La Llorona that we were talking about, that is a woman searching for her lost children, and there are other like, there is one legend that I really like, which is called La Carreta Nahua, which is basically this skeleton which is pushing a car, and the spirits are basically pushing that car. And apparently the story comes from the time where the Spaniards were conquering the land, like around the 16th century. And they say that these cars move around the native settlements, and they were basically taking their gold and supplies and capturing the slaves. So it's basically like the legend of the Spaniards.
That's not a legend, is it?
Yeah, exactly. Apparently, it's based on real things.
Sounds very familiar.
Yeah. It might have some history behind it.
It ended up to be so creepy.
Okay, to make it worse, legend says that it makes its way through a town at 1 a.m. and make all this noise. So people who sense this spirit in the street, they basically encourage them to take all the lost souls, and they just disappear. They're looking for all the people who can go through the other life, or they take people who has been bad and maybe they die the next day. So it's like full of these different legends, and then you celebrate them all together.
Okay.
Yeah. But do you have like scary legends or just like beliefs?
Oh, well, scary, of course. Isn't that scary enough about the go month?
What?
I'm talking about the lunar calendar, July.
Oh.
But there's one like during, because like the river, like a lot of people die in the river. What's the name of the word? Drown. Yes, drown. Sorry. So if like people drown, especially children drown in the river, they will try to find another people to put them at their spot, and then they can leave the river. Otherwise, they will be like stuck in the river forever. So a lot of
it's a pyramid scheme.
Yeah.
So during like summer times, adults will tell their children, don't go to river, because like the people that there before will grab you down, and then you'll live in the river forever and cannot leave until someone you grab another people.
You just came someone else.
Yeah.
You had to kill someone to save yourself.
Yeah.
Well, talking about legends in general, we mostly were focused on urban legends, but I mean, it's a really rich, valuable part of any culture and heritage. I mean, we can find it also in our literature that makes our culture more shining, you know. We can like find it in every aspect. Now I'm going to close this episode and hope you enjoyed it as we did. Please make comments about your own experiences, and don't forget to follow us on our social medias. Share the podcast with your friends who might be interested as well. Take care.